Assalamu alaikum, family. This is Ryan X coming to you live on here. Hope you all having a blessed, wonderful day. Today is Friday. A lot of people say TGIF. Thank God it's Friday, but we thank God for every day, even Mondays and Tuesdays. We thank God for every day. But it's the end of the week. I know people get excited because the weekend is upon us. A lot of people have had a long week, and so they're just thankful to see Friday, especially Friday at 5 o'clock or whenever they get off. They can't wait to get out that workplace. But in any event, I hope that y'all are having a blessed, and wonderful day. Hope that you had a blessed and wonderful week. And the likelihood that you have one of those days, one of those weeks, always remember this. Tough times don't last, tough people do. Keep your hope, trust, and faith in Allah God, and He will see you through. I can definitely bear witness to that. In this life, we're going to be tested. And as believers, we're taught that just because we say we believe doesn't mean that we won't be tested. Our faith has to be tested to prove to Allah that we're not hypocrites and we're not liars. And so that's why we will be tested. But in any event, um, getting to the topic for this video. So, the BET Hip Hop Awards, as well as the Soul Train Awards, have been canceled by Paramount. They have been canceled. That's right, indefinitely, indefinitely. So, Paramount had to negotiate with the Trump administration to get them to approve their merger with Skydance. Um, we know that the Trump administration is not a fan of. They're not a Trump. He probably may have glanced at the BET Awards or Soul Train Awards, but he's not a fan of them, especially now over the past few years, because everything is so political now. Everything is so political. Everything is so political. Um, it's just this. Um, you turn on the TV now, especially these award shows. They're championing the LGBTQ plus IA rights. They're championing illegal immigration. They're championing. They're spewing how much they hate Trump. And do you think this man was going to actually give them a lifeline? Do we actually think that Donald Trump, as big of a narcissist as he is, do we think he was going to give the BET Hip Hop Awards and Soul Train Award shows a lifeline? Hell no. You see what he did to Stephen Colbert? And funny, I should bring that up because Stephen Colbert, his show, which this season would be his last season because next May, his show would be no longer. After his last episode, it would be no more. The Stephen Colbert show premieres on the CBS network. Well, guess what? Guess who owns CBS? Take a wild guess. Paramount. Paramount owns CBS. That's right. Paramount that has the shows Yellowstone, Landman, Tulsa King. That Paramount. They own CBS. So we know that Colbert was going at Trump with his jokes, with his criticisms, and Trump was like, "Okay, that's cool." And CBS was at war with Trump as well. That's cool. You want to negotiate something with Skydance? You want to negotiate with us, Trump? Nope, we canceling you. You're done. You're done. That's it. Finito. Same with the BET Hip Hop Awards and Soul Train Awards. Trump wants to be a king. And in the Constitution, even though I don't agree with the message, with how the BT Hip Hop Award shows and Soul Train, I don't agree with their tone now because everything is so political. They're so LGBTQ plus IA this, illegal immigration this. Um, they don't speak to our needs. That's our culture. Even though I may not agree with their message, they still have a right to say it under the Constitution. Under the United States Constitution, they still have a right to a freedom of speech. Just because they're not praising Trump, don't mean they're the enemy. And just because they are praising Trump, don't mean that they are good people. So two things can be true at the same time. But again, they're taking a political turn. Hold on. Somebody said a long time ago that sounds like a jet plane that's about to take off. And it does. It gets on my nerves. But I could talk at a normal decibel now. But everything is so political now with these award shows, particularly with these black award shows. Um, Again, they champion LGBTQ plus IA rights, the rights of illegal immigrants, this and that, and it's just Trump, just the enemy. It's like enough is enough. And so Trump was like, "No, I'm not going to give you a lifeline." So these award shows have been canceled indefinitely. And it's like, how can something be for our culture and be canceled? Madam President brought this up on Dr. Boyce Watkins' podcast a day or two ago. How can something, and shout out to them, Dr. Boyce Watkins and Miss Madam President, how can something be for our culture and be canceled? The Soul Train Awards, Marvin Gaye, Aretha Franklin, the OJs, Isaac Hayes, Bobby Womack, Al Green, The Temptations. Well, I know for a fact Patti LaBelle, The Temptations. I think them too. Yeah, Michael Jackson, the Soul Train Awards, Prince, all our greats, Barry White, all these greats, um, Luther Vandross, all these greats were on the Soul Train Awards. Now that's canceled. Something that we grew up on, our culture. But when you let people take control of your culture, who are, we sell it out, then they control the narrative. Before I go any further, hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button now, hit that subscribe button so you get notifications whenever I do whenever I do videos on here. Excuse me. Once you sell out and to the highest bidder, you no longer control the narrative. He who controls the money controls the narrative. Always remember that. When the Soul Train Awards were owned by us, the BT Hip Hop Awards was something that we controlled. We controlled the narrative. But like Dr. Boyce Watkins said, and I agree with this, and I've said it on here, it's become a propaganda machine for degeneracy, for black male, the emasculation of the black male. It's become a shit show, a circus of black degeneracy, over sexualized, highly emasculated of the black male. It's no longer have been our culture. It's someone else's culture. They control the narrative. So this was coming. This ship had been sinking has slowly been sinking a long time ago, and now it's sunk. This was a slow leak, and now the ship has sunk. It hit that iceberg 25 years ago when all this ratchet music started taking place. this trap music, drill music, whatever you want to call it. All this garbage started taking place, and that ship hit that iceberg, and it was just a slow leak, and now the ship has sunk. And who knows if it'll ever be recovered and be repaired to go back on course again. I don't think so. And I like to be optimistic about things, but I just don't see it happening because with everything that's going on, media is just taking over. Um, Paramount, Skydance, they calling the shots now. They controlling our narrative, our culture. This would have never happened to the Asian community. They would not have allowed themselves to be compromised. This would have never happened to the Latino community. They would have never allowed themselves to be compromised. Never, never. They have pride and honor. Not saying that a lot of our people don't, but far too many of our people do not. They don't. They sell out to the highest bidder. They're trying to chase the bag. But at what price? And it's hurt us. It's supposed to be for the culture, but our culture has been hijacked. And it happened a long time ago. When Bob Johnson sold BT to Viacom, and it changed hands over the years, it was just it was a slow leak. BT never recovered from that. Never recovered. Never ever recovered. And I don't think it ever will. I don't even watch BT now. I call it buffoon entertainment television. That's what it is. The Soul Train Awards, excuse me. I can't remember the last time I watched the Soul Train Awards. Because again, it's not about our culture. It's about promoting the culture of other people. It's propaganda. It's a front. It's no longer about us. It's about how people view us and what they want to tell, the stories that they want to tell. There is no way, you cannot tell me that Dr. Boyce Watkins, Dr. Claude Anderson, Dr. Julianne Malvo, the brothers and sisters in the Nation of Islam, the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan should not be on the BET award shows, not be on the Soul Train Awards. The FOI shouldn't be standing up there, should be standing up there holding guard on stage or in the venue where these award shows are being held. It should be giving thanks and props to the brothers and sisters in the Nation of Islam that risk their lives going out in the community, bringing the 17 million souls to the Lamb of God. They should be praised for that on these award shows. Y'all praise Kamala Harris. Y'all praise Joe Biden and Bill Clinton, Barack Obama. But people who have love for our people, who are B1, from the womb to the tomb, you won't give them a platform on these shows. They don't want that. 1 second. Plug in this device so it won't cut off on me. They won't do that. They will promote degeneracy, but they won't promote Black excellence. They won't promote Black black engineers, black doctors, Dr. Dr. Boyce Watkins, Dr. Alicia Watkins, Dr. Claude Anderson, Dr. Julianne Malvo, the brothers and sisters in the Nation of Islam. They won't promote black excellence. The fruit of Islam is black excellence. The MGT and GCC is black excellence. Muslim girls in training and general civilization class. That's the female military part of the Nation of Islam, for those of you who may not know. The FOI, the male military part is the FOI, the Fruit of Islam, which I'm a part of. We're taught discipline. They don't want to promote that. They want to promote degeneracy. This garbage ass music that promotes drug use, being sexually and financially irresponsible. That's what they want to promote, and it was their demise. It led to their demise. And I saw it coming. Many of us who have common sense, we saw this coming. So we're not surprised. I guess we're surprised that it didn't come sooner. But we're not surprised that it happened. But they did it to themselves by promoting degeneracy. They did it to themselves. BET and Soul Train. So y'all have y'all don't have no one to blame but yourselves, because you gatekeep. You were the gatekeepers of white supremacy, and look what happened. I guess we had the NAACP Image Awards. I guess we had those. But again, those have been hijacked because they're not about black excellence either. They're promoting another agenda. The NAACP Image Awards. They promote another agenda. We see what happened with the Essence Festival in New Orleans over last month, early last month. That was a shit show. That's been compromised now. We are the only people on this planet who allow our culture to be co-opted and dictated by other people who don't look like us. We are the only group on this planet. Name me one group. It pains me to say that, but it's the truth, y'all. Am I right or am I absolutely right? We're the only ones who allow our culture, or something that's supposed to be for the culture, to be co-opted, to be ran by others. And this garbage that's for the culture is not of the culture. It's morally wrong what's being promoted on these shows. Believe how you believe, feel how you feel, but when you sit up there, put it on the forefront on every show, LGBTQ plus IA rights, illegal immigration. We stand with illegal immigrants. We stand with Israel. We stand with the LGBTQ plus IA community. Man, come on, stop it. Talk about black excellence, black culture. It would be nice with all the money that these award shows have generated over the years, and God knows it's generated millions. They could have put that to save these HBCUs. These HBCUs are hanging on by a shoestring budget, literally. Do you know how much $1 million would mean to a HBCU? Just $1 million check. That'd be like $1 billion or $10 billion. That money will go a long way. Go a long way. A long way. But nope, we won't do it. We give our money to other causes, to this cause, to that cause. We don't, we don't, we don't look after our own, but we're going to sit up here and say it's for the culture. We have the nerve, we have the gall to utter the words, it's for the culture. It's black excellence. The hell it is. The devil is a lie today and every day. Degeneracy is not for the culture. Not my culture. Not many of y'all either. It's lies. And it's been propagated to be something that it's not. It's propaganda. So BET and Soul Train, you did it to yourselves. You you led to your demise. You allowed your demise to happen. You gave yourself over to the oppressor. And look what happened. I don't think it'll ever recover. I really don't. The BET Hip Hop Awards, the Soul Train, and maybe it shouldn't. I don't think it should. Do away with them. If they're not going to promote black excellence and not be for our culture and celebrate the best and brightest amongst us, then don't bring it back. Let it die. Let them both die. Pains me to say that, but so be it. Let it die. Don't bring it back. They did it to themselves. And good riddance. Good riddance. Hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down. Hit the subscribe button so you get notifications whenever I do videos on here. But it's just a sad state of affairs to see this. Because we grew up, on the Soul Train Awards. What's going on, insane world? Salute to you. Thank you for tuning in. I'm doing good. How you doing? Yeah, and let it die. Let it die. I mean, why bring it back? Like I said a few minutes ago, they don't want to promote the biggest and best among us, the Nation of Islam. Many the black scholars who aren't bought and paid for by the Democratic Party. Your Dr. Boyce Watkins, your Dr. Claude Andersons, your Dr. Julianne Malvos, Dr. Alicia Watkins, to name a few. They don't want them. Yup, I spoke about that too not so long ago. Essence Festival was whack. It was straight up whack. Lauryn Hill coming on at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. Are you effing serious? This is how you treat this legend? It was so bad that Stephanie Mills wrote a letter to the people who are controlling the Essence Festival. She wrote a letter slamming them. A living legend. Stephanie Mills was fed up. And I could see them canceling the Essence Festival. I could see them being canceled indefinitely because it's heading in that direction. We're losing the things that promoted our culture. We're losing it slowly. It's dying. And the sad thing is, those of us who want to uphold black culture, uphold and celebrate the brightest and best among us, we're at war with Negroes who want to continue the status quo. It's like it's a civil war in the black community. Those who want to uphold the biggest and brightest among us, celebrate true black excellence, true culture, versus the ones who want to continue the status quo. It's a civil war. And the ones who want to continue the status quo, they got the backing of the oppressors because they're the gatekeepers for the oppressors. They have the money. And it's just sad. It's just sad. It's heartbreaking. It's sad. But again, they're to blame. BET, Soul Train, you're to blame. No one else's fault but y'all's fault. You led to your demise. Just like the captain of the Titanic, that was his fault that the Titanic sunk and thousands of people lost their lives. That was the captain's fault. It wasn't the iceberg's fault. The iceberg was just there. That was just nature. It's just there. The fool ran into it because the Titanic was the most was the strongest and indestructible ship ever built. That's what they were touting it as. But as Allah permitted, Allah is the best of planners and knowers. That ship, the most indestructible ship, the strongest ship ever built, hit that iceberg, and thousands of people lost their lives, froze to death in the North Atlantic over stupidity. BET and the BET Hip Hop Awards and Soul Train Awards being canceled indefinitely is due to stupidity and arrogance. That's what it's due to, and it's their. And I cannot stress this enough. It's their fault, and let it die. Don't bring it back because why would you bring it back? The damage already been done. It's too far gone. And I like to think that I'm an optimistic person. I like to believe that the glass is half full instead of the glass is half empty. But no, this is one of those instances where I say, you know what, let it die. It ain't coming back. It's not coming back. We need to create our own award show. It don't have to be the BET Hip Hop Awards. It don't have to be the Soul Train Awards. Let's create a B1 award show. Televise it. Televise it. The hashtag B1 award show where we don't promote degeneracy. Our own achievement award show, exactly. That's what we need. Not a minstrel show. Thank you, Brother Steph, for tuning in. We, for the most part, lost our real culture. These elites came in and make a mockery of us. You know what? I have to agree with you on that. It's sad that you had to say that, and the truth hurt. The truth hurt, and what you just said was a truth bomb. Let me repeat what was just typed here. We, for the most part, lost our real culture. These elites came in and make a mockery of us. They do. Where's the argument? How can you argue against that? How can you argue against that? It hurts to hear that. It's heartbreaking, but it's true. The Boondocks episode about BT was spot on. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Man, MLK and Malcolm X would be so disappointed today with the FBA community. They would. So would Marcus Garvey. So would Harriet Tubman. So many of our Fannie Lou Hamer. Sister Shirley Chisholm. So with so many of our pioneers who are no longer with us. They will be disappointed. Look at the elders that's among us now. They're in their 80s and 90s. My great aunt. Many of y'all who still have your grandparents who are up in age. aunts and uncles, great aunts and uncles, parents even. I feel bad for them. They sacrifice so we can become a great people. And it's like pe- people are pretty much shitting on it. Don't mean to be blunt and explicit, but that's what it seemed like. They're just shitting on it. That was a great episode too. If MLK has survived, that was great. The Boondocks was ahead of its time. The Boondocks was ahead of its time, especially the episode they did about Tyler Perry, with a Tyler Perry-like character. That was my favorite episode. I had a lot of them were great episodes, but that one was my favorite one. But you're right; they would be disappointed. Many of our pioneers would be the ones who are no longer with us, and it's just sad. It's sad, just sad. Oh boy! But let it die. Let it burn. Let it go. If they don't care, why should we care? That should be our mentality. If those who had the BET Awards and the BET Hip Hop Awards and the Soul Train Awards, if they don't care about it, um, about preserving its greatness, then why the hell should we? Why the hell should we? How would we get funding for an award show as such? Fundraising, um, supporting black media. We always have to pull our resources together because despite how great Dr. Umar Johnson is, the King Kong of consciousness, oh God, which is so silly for him to say that. We have to pull our resources together as a collective. The Asian community do it. The Latino community do it. There's not one person who could do this. It's too it's too monumental of a task. It's impossible for one person to do it. It's too monumental of a task. We would have to put our egos aside and our differences aside, invest in each other, yes. Look out for each other, yes. And pull our resources together and do it. King Lee, what's good, black man? Salute. Long time no hear from, brother. I've been busy, brother. I know you have been too. Good to see you, King. Good to see you on here. That's my brother, King Lee. Good brother. Thank you for tuning in. He's been rocking with me for years too. Insane World, thank you for tuning in. Steph Carlo, thank y'all for rocking with your brother. But yeah, we have to get on one accord. Univision got started. One channel in San Antonio, Texas, then they bought stations around the country, and now it's worth billions. Of course. Of course. And it's not like it can't be done. It can be. We have to support our own. I wish, I shouldn't say I wish. I hope and pray that one day Allah will bless me to be in a capacity to pull my resources together with other people, and we purchase our own network. We tell our stories. We have our own award shows. I would love to do that. I can't do it now. I don't have the resources. But if someone is starting a podcast, we know there's so many podcasts and YouTube channels. I understand that. But if someone wants to start their own network or something, I'm willing to put however much money I have. If it's $5, $10, we have to help each other out. Brother Marsh Teray, great brother out of Philly. Black Guns Matter. the Solutionary Center in Philly. I've been helping them out for a year and a half, giving $5 shares, sometimes $200, $50, $10, $25, whatever I can. Start with Maj. In the Nation of Islam, we help each other out. We don't leave no brother or sister left behind. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad, the messenger, God's messenger, taught us that. He learned that from God himself, Master Fard Muhammad. We're taught to look out for each other. Fundraising, raising, whatever the case may be. But we have got to start our own. We talk about it, but talk is cheap. Talk is cheap. It could be done. It's been done before. There are numerous Latino supermarkets. Facts. Well, hell, they have them in Atlanta. My brother told me, well, shit, I saw them in Gwinnett County when I was in Atlanta two years ago. I cannot hate on the Latino community. They have to be applauded because they put their money where their mouth is. They pour their resources together. You go to East Oakland, you see these street taco food trucks, whatever. You see one taco spot right next to another, right next to another. Then across the street, you see 5. Then around the corner, you see 7. Then on the other, next block over, you see another 5. So within a mile radius, you got about 15 to 20 little small taco shops. In East Oakland, if I could take a video of what I'm talking about, I will do it one day. I'm gonna do it one day, so y'all can see what I'm talking about. There's a Latino man every Saturday and Sunday since I've been living in this neighborhood, which has been 8 years. Every Saturday and Sunday, he grills chicken. He grills whole chicken, a chicken breast and chicken wing, chicken thigh and chicken leg. And I think he does beef too. Every weekend, in the 8 years that I lived in this neighborhood, that man's been out there grilling. When it's cold outside, when it's hot, he is out there making his bread. And I'm not mad at him. Around the corner, there's a taco spot. Right on down the block, around the corner on the other side, there's a taco spot. There's 2 of them. So it can be done, y'all. It can be done. The question is, will we do it? And I hold myself accountable too. It starts with me. So I hold myself accountable. Yours truly. Oh, you live in Detroit. I'm from Detroit in Same World. You may have known that, but I don't know if you did or not. But yeah, in Detroit, they got one black store. When I was coming up, we had a lot of black stores in Detroit. Hell, when my grandfather moved from Mississippi, this man had a 3rd or 4th grade education. The most honorable Elijah Muhammad had a 3rd grade education. My grandfather owned gas stations with plural and had stores. My father worked for him. My grandfather owned houses on a couple of blocks in Northwest Detroit. Owned property, owned houses, fixed them up, moved my dad and my uncle and my aunt and them, relatives. Had his own gas stations, plural. Had his own stores. Had his own stores, y'all. This man had a 3rd or 4th grade education coming from Mississippi. So it can be done. Don't tell me it can't be done. It can be done. The question is, will we do it, goddammit? Will we do it? And I hold myself accountable. I would never do something I wouldn't ask y'all to do. I would never do something I wouldn't ask y'all to do, that I wouldn't do myself. So I hold myself. It starts with me. So I'm not immune from this. I know my grandmother's side was a Jackson. Oh, that's wow. Okay. My grandfather was an intelligent man. Yes, he was. May Allah be pleased with him. Mr. Oliver Jackson. So it can be done. I get emotional and I get fired up about this because I take this serious. I see it with my own eyes what the Latino community are doing. I see with my own eyes what the Asian community are doing. I see it. And y'all have seen it too. We got to get back to basics. If we did this 115 years ago with no technology, when we were poor, when we didn't have two nickels to rub together, but we built Black Wall Street, we built Wilmington, North Carolina, we built Rosewood, Florida, we had Hastings Street in Detroit, Black Bottom, Paradise Valley. We had remnants of the South Side of Chicago, Harlem, in New York, um, a black section in Pittsburgh. I can't remember the name of it. In LA, in all these major cities and towns. If we did it 115, 120 years ago, you mean to tell me we can't do it now? With all these black people who have degrees, all this technology that we have amongst us, we can't do it now? There was a resort in Michigan that blacks went to. It sure was. It was off of Lake Michigan. I can't think of the name of it. But it was around for a good 40 years, close to 50 years. I think up until the 1970s or close to the 70s. We had our own black resort in Michigan, off of Lake Michigan. There was a resort in Florida. They had a black beach in Southern California in the 1920s. They had sections of a black beach in Atlantic City. I think it was called Chicken Bone Beach. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong on that. But I think it was called Chicken Bone Beach. I know they mentioned it on the show Boardwalk Empire, which was a great show, by the way. But we did it, God damn it, we did it. We had our own baseball league, our own football league, our own basketball league. We invented auto racing. We were the best jockeys in horse racing. Had our own television network. When I was a little boy coming up in Detroit, and the same world, I don't know how old you are, there was a black man named Don Barton who had his own cable company. Not only in Detroit or in Southeast Michigan, but he had it in Ohio, parts of Indiana, and Illinois. Okay, 28 years old. So this is before your time then. But look up Don Barton. He had Barton Vision. It was a cable network that controlled Southeast Michigan, Detroit, and the surrounding areas. And Barton Vision was in Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio. Great portions of the Midwest. A black man owned a cable company that was the leading cable distributor in the Midwest. This was back in the 1980s. As Allah's my witness. And up until, I think, I want to say the early to mid 90s, it changed hands, but Don Barton was killing the game, a black man. So it can be done, damn it. I think we're on the same wave, brother, because I saw a brother today at West in Atlanta. He was barbecuing and selling toilet paper, soap, and other things, grinding, hustling. Yeah, yeah, yup. West Atlanta. Yeah, you still have people out. You still have our people out there that's hustling and that's doing the thing. Let's support these brothers and sisters. Let's support them. If you see a brother doing that, support him. You may not be able to afford everything that they're selling, but give them something. Give them a $5 donation. Give them something, God damn it. Give them something. If you can't buy nothing, give them a donation. Buy something later. If their prices are too high, give them a donation. Because guess what? When y'all go into these Asian stores and white stores, their prices are high. Y'all complain about them, but y'all still partake of their goods. Y'all still come back. Oh man, they high as hell. But you know what? I've seen it. I've done it. I'm guilty of it, and many of y'all are too. But support them. Support them. God damn it, support them. A brother out here, my brother said a brother in West Atlanta was barbecuing, selling toilet paper, soap, and other things, grinding and making his money. Support those of y'all in Atlanta. Support this brother. Find out. Everyone has a social media nowadays. Find out their social media and blow them up. If you can't donate financially or buy anything, shout them out on social media. That don't cost you anything to shout them out. Shout them out. Hey, man, support this spot on such and such a street in West Atlanta, on the east side of Detroit, South Philly, wherever. Support these brothers. Support this sister. Blow them up. Blow them up on social media. And I will do the same thing. So I urge y'all, if y'all know of any spots where y'all live, where black people are doing it, black businesses, put it in the chat here. And I will shout them out. Put it in the chat here. My brother had a baby bean LLC down the street from me, brother Carlton Muhammad. He relocated to Richmond, Virginia, but I'm gonna shout out that brother. Another brother of mine at the mosque, brother Anthony Muhammad. We call him 4A. We call him A4. My brother at the mosque, Anthony Muhammad. We call him A4. He makes bean pies. OG brother at the mosque, brother Jimmy, makes some excellent bean pies. I'm gonna shout them out. Sister Rashida makes some bomb fish sandwiches. Do you hear me? Sister Rashida. All of them are at Mosque 26 here in Oakland. I'm gonna shout them out. We have got to shout out our own. My brother, Damon Muhammad. Brother Damon Muhammad makes his own soaps. I'm gonna shout him out on here. So we have to shout them out, y'all. We have to. And I wanted to lead the example by doing that. Brother Anthony Muhammad, A4. Excellent bean pies. Brother Jimmy Muhammad. OG brother. Excellent bean pies. Sister Rashida. Excellent fish sandwiches. Brother Damon. Excellent soaps. Incense. I'm going to shut my brother out. All of them in Mosque 26 here in Oakland, which is where I'm out of. I think I'm going to hop off of here, y'all. I think I'm done preaching. Thank y'all for tuning in, and thank y'all for the comments in the chat. Thank y'all so much. I really, really appreciate it. Salute to y'all. I love y'all. Please continue to rock with your brother. And remember what I said. Let's support each other. Let's support each other. If we could tear each other down, which too many of us seem to do, we do that. We have a PhD, a doctor's degree in tearing each other down and hating, a hating degree, a PhD in haterology. Too many of us do. Then let's get that doctorate, that PhD degree, and blowing up our brothers and sisters, shouting them out, championing them for doing a great job for our community. So hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down, hit that subscribe button so you get notifications when I do videos on here. Drop your comments below, let me know what you think. And do me a favor. Share this video. Share it on social media on Instagram, um, X, formerly known as Twitter, Facebook. Share this video. Share it, share it, share it. Let's flood the algorithm with it. We have got to have this conversation. It's a must. Support my YouTube channel, my future projects. It'd be greatly appreciated. Thank you for rocking with your brother. I really, really appreciate y'all. I love y'all. And it don't go unnoticed, your love and support. And I don't take it for granted. I really appreciate it, y'all. I appreciate it immensely. Brothers as well as sisters, y'all be safe out here. Beware and be aware, because this devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy now more than ever before. So whether you going to work, coming home from work, running errands, um, the children that go back to school out here next week on Monday, getting your children ready for school, if you're still on vacation with your children, or you just at home doing nothing, beware and be aware, because this devil comes to kill, steal, and destroy now more than ever before. And I must say this before I get off of here. I know for some reason that people love to disagree. I'm aware of that, and that's cool. But let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Especially, I don't know why anyone would want to disagree with me with about us supporting our own. But in the likelihood, we have those people who are integrationists who want to hold hands and skip and drink an international cup of coffee and tea with others before supporting their own. Let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. But in your disagreements, let's use logic, common sense, facts, and respect, not emotion and disrespect. Got to get you nowhere. But BET, Hip Hop Awards, and Soul Train, well, BET and Soul Train, y'all did this to yourselves, and y'all have no one to blame but yourselves. And I don't want to bring it back. Don't bring it back to BET Hip Hop Awards or the Soul Train Awards. Let it die. Because if it comes back, it will not come back to where it was. It won't. I don't believe it will. But on that note, I'm going to hop off of here. I will talk to y'all sooner than later. Inshallah. Have a blessed and wonderful weekend and be safe, whatever you do. I love y'all and take care. I'm out. Assalamu alaikum, family. Love y'all.